Markelle Fultz had everything going for him. As a high school senior, he was ranked 7th in the nation by ESPN, 5th by Rivals, 3rd by Scout. He had one of the greatest statistical seasons in Pac-12 history and was one of the country's best scorers. By the time 7 p.m., June 22, 2017 rolled around, the mystery of who would fill the coveted number 1 overall pick was all but decided. Markelle Fultz was going to be a star. But then,
we're just getting some information. The 76ers just announced that Markelle Fultz has a right shoulder soreness.
Another mushrooming controversy that, frankly, has only gotten more weird over the past 24 hours.
The curse of being drafted by the 76ers is you go right to a hospital.
His mechanics, his shot looks different.
What exactly is going on with this shoulder?
But I have a different area in mind. Let's see why Markelle Fultz is going to be a star. In order to understand my vision for Markelle, let's first look at him in college. This is his entire college game log, but we only care about these 3 rows right here: points, assists, rebounds. Every time you see one of these squares change color, it signifies a game where he had either 5+ assists, 5+ rebounds, or 20+ points, or a combination of one of the 3. These thresholds are arbitrary, but I think give an excellent basic statistical indicator of a good game in one of these categories, given his size and his role at Washington. As you can see, he was quite the stat stuffer, hitting this mark 16 times for rebounds, 17 times for assists, and 17 times for points. Additionally, 10 of these games he had all 3. What this says to me? Versatility. Someone that contributes in multiple areas virtually every game. Cut to his first season, which was a complete disaster by any standard. He still was able to register a triple-double before his 20th birthday, putting him in some very elite, versatile company. Now let's extrapolate going forward. We assume for the next 10 years the constants in Philadelphia are Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz. Ben and Joel are generational talents. Everyone knows that. But they're also known commodities. They have very robust, well-defined skill sets. But Ben's never going to be a knockdown spot-up shooter, and Joel's never going to be an all-world ball handler. What Markelle can do is fill in the gaps, bouncing from role to role as the team needs him. The puzzle piece that makes the team whole. Think Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. But there's something else I think the 76ers should be doing in order to help Markelle flourish, and that's have him run the second unit. Brett Brown seems to agree. In this ESPN article, he states that he wants Markelle to come off the bench in the second half of games in order to work on his guard skills. And while he may technically be starting games, he's seeing far more time with the second unit, specifically when Ben is off the floor. This versatile sixth-man role has been a staple on several championship-caliber teams, specifically Manu Ginobili with the Spurs and Lamar Odom with the Lakers. But this sixth-man role doesn't just provide the Sixers with a long-term offensive option, but in the short term can be used to address the problem of Markelle's alarmingly timid behavior. By putting the ball in his hand and forcing him to make plays, you can start to beat the yips out of him. The same yips that had the 76ers claiming their McDonald's All-American just forgot how to shoot the ball overnight. Even in a season that's been mediocre at best and downright disappointing at worst, Markelle has still shown flashes of that player that had scouts drooling over a year ago. With the proper cultivation and implementation of Markelle's dynamic skill set, you could very soon be talking about him as an NBA star.